Hope so. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Ding, 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 ding.
Are we live?
Ah, ding, 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 ding.
I love some good barbershop if we could do it.
We'd all be baritones, except for here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a good barbershop.
Yeah.
Although I bet,
Me, me,
Dave,
me.
you could probably pull a pretty good falsetto. I know Jim can.
Yeah, that's true.
We should do the barbershop, the Hangout barbershop. We all, the stuff, the mustache wax.
Paint it on, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
We're all tappers.
Let's push COVID to the limit. Let's all get mustaches.
I like some of those Facebook things, the COVID hair. This is what it's going to look like with no
Yeah.
barbers.
Yeah.
Everybody's, so everybody's going tight.
Hey, I got a buzz today.
Mm.
Is that a DIY at home kind of thing, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Took me forever.
There we go.
That's Cuphead.
I better pause that. That's Simpsons.
Barbershop. Love it.
I was thinking of Cheers when Norm is in the barbershop quartet.
Oh my god!
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, me too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I heard they went back and remastered the Cheers episodes that were on either Netflix or Hulu or whatever it was on, because apparently the first run of them were really piss poor quality. So they went back in and fixed them up again.
Cheers is so good. It is so good.
Cheers
Love
is brought to you by Cheers. What is it? It's filmed before a live studio audience. As soon as you said Cheers, I was like,
that was a big thing.
when you said Cheers I'm like, Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience.
That show went for a long time too.
Yeah, it did.
I love
What's
it.
shaking, Mr. Peterson? All four cheeks and a couple of chins.
It was funny to watch the old episodes where Diane is first introduced, because her character is nothing like what she evolved into.
Yeah.
Little prissy bitch.
It's like when Norm walks in and he goes, "Sammy, give me a beer." "Norm, it's 9:00 in the morning." "Well, float a cornflake in it."
There you go.
Oh, so
I
good.
go ahead.
I got pulled over the last night of the Cheers episode. I was with my friends. We were going downtown, and I was waiting till the episode was over because I watched it, and I'm racing to get there, and I was speeding. Not a big deal. I was going like 43 and a 30, and I think I had my registration was expired or something.
No big deal.
Oh,
And then and I'm like, yeah, listen, I never speed. I got a ticket when I was 17. It cost me a fortune. It's just I'm freaking late. And he goes, "Well, why didn't you leave earlier?" And I'm like, "I was watching Cheers, man." And he's like, "Oh." It's like, "Yeah, go ahead. You get out of here. Just don't tell me I've taped it." I mean, honesty is always the best policy ever. And he's like, "Well, I was watching the last Cheers episode."
Yeah. I thought we were finally going to be able to get a glimpse of what Vera looks like from Norm's wife.
That's great.
They never show her. He always just talks about her.
Vera.
Yeah.
So I used to call my buddies. I'm like, "Dude, I've never even seen you with a woman. Is her name Vera?" I don't think he got it. I'm like, "What?"
Nice.
Cheers, dude. She doesn't exist.
There's even a creepy episode. You guys remember the creepy episode where Diane goes on a date with Cliff, and Cliff starts hand mandling her and shit in the car.
It was supposed to be
Yeah.
a dance or something.
It's a creepy episode. It's she hits
It's
him and shit, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Leaves them in the car or
you
whatever.
guys do
They're
remember
stranded.
that.
They leave them stranded. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the postal ball or something like that.
Oh,
What
wow.
do you got, the box set?
she was being
What is that?
nice to go
nice.
out with him or something.
it's
It's a
He
menu.
A menu. Wow.
Yeah, he becomes a creep.
Yeah.
Is that the 5-finger discount on that menu? Or they sell?
no, they sell them for charity.
Oh, all right.
Here's proof. Bottom line of the contract.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
episode where
Seymour.
Carla calls him on bullshit for being a pansy and not and backing down to a fight, and then he comes back and he's like, fuck you. I mean, he doesn't say that, but he's like, "Screw you. I know I'm a lethal weapon. I know karate and blah blah blah." And so he breaks two boards and one with his forehead. And so Carla's like, "Whoa, oh shit, yeah, he wasn't bullshitting." And then like she walks away and stuff, and he's like, "Hey Norm," he's like, "Yeah, what? That was incredible." He's like, "Can you take me to the hospital?"
Yeah,
So I'm about to pass out.
I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that one.
I forgot about that one. That's
so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that show. I love it. I remember
I've watched it probably I think 3 times all the way through all 11 it's 11 seasons, right?
It's a lot of seasons, yeah.
That's a lot. I liked Coach. I liked Woody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the characters were all great.
Yeah, it's like
I like
Kelly.
Oh,
yeah.
I like the one where Sam's finally gonna have sex with Diane for the first time, and he goes to her place, and she's got all these cute, stupid stuffed animals all over her bed. He opens up the window and starts hucking them out the window one by one. She goes, make sure Mr. Fluffy gets to sit next to Mr. Tubby or whatever.
Yeah.
They're sitting next to each other, all right.
There were so many scenes like slapstick stuff that just wouldn't fly today. Like when she slaps Sam, then he slaps her right back, and they just keep going.
They kept slapping each other in the face. I remember that. Wow.
They're like pinching each other's ears. Ah!
Yeah, because he drove her crazy. She drove me crazy. I want to jump through the screen and strangle and slap her.
Yeah.
What was the second woman's name?
Rebecca.
Yeah, what was her act? What was it? Oh, Christy Ali.
Yeah, Kirsty.
I was a super fan. She was okay, but I never understood.
I'm the same.
I never understood it. Didn't make any sense. She wasn't
that hot.
Yeah, they never had good chemistry.
She turned into the opposite of Diane, where she's just a dumbass. Like
she was annoying to me. I think they could have had like anybody else.
But they really like over the seasons they made her dumber and dumber and dumber. Like further and further away from Diane. That's the only thing, and I don't know exactly what the reason for that was. I mean, other than to make her different, but yeah, she didn't have there wasn't the same chemistry for sure as Shelley.
No,
Shelley Long or Shelley Young.
Shelley Long. Shelley Long left the show because her movie career was supposedly taking off because she had a semi hit with Bette Midler or whatever that was. I forget the name of the movie.
Beaches?
No.
Well, she was in Night Shift.
She was in Night Shift, and she was in Caveman. She's been in a bunch of.
Oh, what's that movie with? I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what that.
Yeah, she's the lead in Caveman too, with Ringo Starr, the Caveman. Do you remember that one? You haven't seen that one? Oh my God, Caveman!
I haven't. Yeah.
Dennis Quaid and Ringo Starr are the stars of it, and Ringo Starr's wife and Shelley Long, and a bunch of people from. I know you recognize people. It's a comedy. It's all cavemen. They're all ooh, you know. And
I was thinking of Iceman with Timothy Hutton.
It's kind of a slapsticky, funny, silly movie. But I'm surprised you guys haven't seen that one.
No, caveman. Don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Nope. Encino Man. I've seen that.
Let me go find a trailer for Caveman here. See if it looks like something you'd want to see on movie night.
Yeah, no.
Yes, but no.
Yeah.
Instant shutdown.
The joint stinks.
Got 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh no.
That's pretty bad.
Maybe I liked it because I was a kid when I saw it.
Yeah. Some things don't.
Zadie down.
It's Kaya, but yeah.
Oh,
bad.
We ended up getting
Thunder Cannon.
Yeah, Thunder Cannon indeed.
Jim, were you around on Saturday for the bird? When we were playing poker, that bird was in the backyard that my son was all upset over.
Yes. Well, I wasn't. You were telling the story about it, but I joined a little bit after that.
Okay. Yeah. So anyways, there was a baby bird in the backyard that was like alive but not doing anything. The mom, it was just sitting in the grass. My kids were freaking out. My son was literally in tears, almost hyperventilating. I don't want the bird to die. I don't want the bird to die. My son, well, I was saying, you're Star Trek fans. My son is hypersensitive to emotion. He's almost like Cybok in Star Trek 5, instead of logic, like he
share them with me.
Yes. Let me take your pain. He knows this. He knows, like, when he and Julie are fighting, or if some other people are fighting, he doesn't like it. Like, he's like, oh, come on, guys. Like, me and Julie, come on, make up. He'll push us together or whatever. It's really cute. So he's upset over this random bird. So Jim and I and other friends were playing poker, and my one buddy's like, yeah, teach him the facts of life. Put it in a sock and get a hammer, and whatever. But I go
right out of fucking Christmas story.
My wife didn't know, and all of a sudden she's like, I'm gonna go in the back and get the bird. I'm like, no, it's gonna die. It's gonna die in the house if we bring it in the house.
Yeah.
You let it sit there, and then at night when they go to sleep, I'll move it and put it under a bush in the front of the house. And then if it dies, it dies. Whatever, I'll take care of it later. So the little kids in the morning, they go out in the backyard. Oh, it's not there, but there's a little hole under the fence. Oh, maybe the bird walked out in front, and they find it.
Oh, shit.
So my son's
That's a different bird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different bird. He's like, it was like 30 degrees. He's just over. So my son's like, Daddy, we have to put it in a hole and put flowers on it. And then he goes, and I said a prayer for the bird. So I just long-winded story. So anyways, my wife and I, we were up late on Saturday. It was like 4 a.m. my time. And my wife was up too with their friends talking on house party, whatever. So we're sleeping in. After I bury the bird, I'm hung. It's 7 a.m. I'm going out putting this bird in a hole. Pet, 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 pet. You know, didn't put flowers on it. But so the kids transpired with each other. So they asked my wife, this is Mother's Day. Can we get birds? Can we get a bird? So now we have 2 parakeets upstairs.
Oh, that's what was in the boxes.
Yes. There's 2 parakeets. Oh, you saw the picture on Facebook in the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, this isn't good.
So I had to get 2 parakeets, and then I go to the store. I'm getting the cage. I'm doing all this. I had a morning with Donnie doing arcade stuff, which is awesome. I'll tell about that. But then so then I had to, I go to the store, get these birds, the cage, and I'm handing them to the kids. And I'm like, don't open them. Don't open them. Like, we got to put them in the cage. So I go out to the car, get the cage. I come back in. One of them's flying around. I go, what happened? I go, Mommy opened it. She wanted to look at the bird. I didn't expect it to fly. I go, well, they do have the gift of flight. Fly.
They're birds.
Yeah, so I have 2 freaking parakeets in addition. Oh, because it was funny. I walked in that PetSmart and the guy goes, hey, how many crickets you need, buddy? And I'm like, no, I need 2 fucking parakeets. He's like, what? I go, dude, I don't know what's going on at my house.
The lizard's really hungry.
That's what my friend goes, dude, are you feeding those to the lizard? Is Dorito going to eat those?
Dorito.
Size overnight.
My son's Robert Shroud from the Birdman of Alcatraz. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's black and white. Stroud specifics. Bird, if you like birds.
We'll grab one of those yellow life jackets. Like, they're not yellow, they're black and white.
Dave, you should join us on movie night one of these times.
I know, when you were watching one of my favorite movies the other night, but I was too into the cards. You're watching The Thing. I had Thing on my brother.
Dave can play cards like all day, 5 days or 7 days a week.
Well, it's getting a little old. Yeah, that was kind of that was a bender.
I'm like, dude, I can't afford this shit. You want to play $20 a game, and unless you're winning like every third game or something like that.
It goes in streaks. But it was fun. It was the novelty. And Saturday, my friend was dying. My buddy you make laugh, who's the same age as you. He wanted to do it. Yeah. He's so excited about
that. Dude needs a better microphone. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's just using the TV. I should tell him you get a microphone for your laptop because it's hard to hear you. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is like it was the first time I met him. Otherwise, so I didn't feel comfortable being.
Well, he's got 4 kids.
Fucking microphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he had headphones. Yeah.
But his wife's like making him like chicken wing dip for tomorrow game. like he's having a regular game.
Cute.
I won't be participating tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No soundboard? Oh.
that's all they care about.
I know
it's available.
Yeah.
So when someone loses, Jim plays the sound effect like wah wah.
It's good because there's a lot of quiet time, unlike here, because people are looking at their cards. So it's good. Jim's just he's like, it's like a piano. He's just going.
Yeah, I played a lot of music and stuff because since it's not live,
we're dying.
Don't have to worry about it. Yeah, is it poop? I play that one quite a bit with the cards. The poop. It's perfect. Yeah.
For when you guys did the Thing movie night, was anybody there that had not seen the movie?
Seabart.
Okay.
What'd you think?
Fucking awesome.
Isn't it great? That's a fucking great movie.
Oh my god.
My favorite line.
I missed the first, I think, 10 maybe minutes of it because of that's another issue. But
yeah,
very quickly.
We filled it in very quickly. Yeah.
About the dog and all that. Yeah.
Just the whole thing with the Swedish camp. I think when
they were
Norwegian
back,
Norwegian.
They're saddling up to go to the Swedish camp. Sorry, Norwegian camp.
Yeah, because that's where the helicopter and dog came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my favorite's when the legs come out and like he gotta be fucking child or no, not Childs. Forgot his name. You gotta be fucking kidding
Matt
me.
Grady.
Of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the head on the legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was video games in there too. They had video games or pinball.
Yeah.
they did. They had
Asteroids
They have an
Deluxe.
Yeah,
Asteroid
Yeah.
Deluxe,
I was gonna say
Droid
there's
side art.
in there.
And then what was the other one? Like
Oh,
something Heat.
Heat Wave or something
Heat
like
Wave.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Heat Wave.
Heatwave.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, the ironic pin. Hey,
Mhm.
Gino.
hey,
Hey,
how's
the
it going,
Pete.
guys?
Yo.
Good.
We were just talking
We're
about
just about to
movie
wrap
night.
up the show. Yeah.
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 All right.
Timing.
Did Gino show up?
Yeah.
How's it going, Steve?
Hey, because it was a Saturday. Gino said he could show up
Oh.
on a Saturday
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
so what movie did you guys end up watching over the weekend?
We were just talking about that. We saw The Thing.
Oh yes,
Have you
Yeah.
seen that one?
That was
the John Carpenter version.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Apparently, there's an older version than that, though.
Yeah, 1950s or something. Yeah. It's not as good. I've seen it.
yeah, same thing. I remember seeing it years ago. I mean, I went on a big like old monster movie, like the old, black and white and Jag years ago. Like that's what I would go to the video store in any kind of
Yeah.
that genre I would rent. And that just kind of like epitomized my college years.
Oh,
Right.
classic horror films, like
Mhm.
black and white. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm-
I mean, I used to watch them on TV when they come on, but yeah, we didn't have a VCR when I was growing up. They were far too expensive. We weren't going to have something like that. I also didn't have a microwave because my mother thought it would give you brain tumors.
Oh,
So, and then for years she would be like, "Don't stand so close to the microwave. Don't let Taylor stand close to the microwave."
Well, television does that.
Yeah.
Rot your brain.
Yeah. Oh, I think she measured how far it is that I had to be away from the TV. Like, hypochondriac much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I went off to college and bought myself a VCR, with the first movie I bought, I don't know if I know I've purchased other movies since. Actually, one of the movies I bought was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Now
awesome.
there's a classic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Oh my God. But yeah, Caddyshack.
Is George Clooney in that movie? Or is he in the sequel? I forget. George Clooney's in one of them. Might be
Is he
Return.
really?
Yeah, he's in. I
Wow.
think he's in Return. I want to say.
Yeah, I don't remember him being in
Yeah.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, I think he's in the second one. But okay,
I
go
just
ahead.
remember Channel 2 KTV used to have the creature feature and all that.
Yep.
Yep, love that.
Is that the Saturday afternoon thing?
No, I think it was late evening or something like that.
Oh, I remember doing
Yeah.
horror movies were like Saturday afternoons. That was at least
Yeah, they
Wow.
my
like
local
do a double
station.
feature or whatever.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Like after the
Nice.
cartoons, and then you have to wait through like a couple of hours, and then they do creature features.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds like that was about right. Yeah, it was like a late afternoon-ish kind of a thing.
Mhm.
And
Look at
Yeah.
Elvira. and those-
Mhm.
Yeah, used
I don't
to-
think Elvira was hosting them at that point, but yeah, at least
was
the
a
ones I was
guy.
watching.
right, like I remember it being a dude. I can't
Mm.
tell you what he looked like, but I remember it being a man who hosted creature features.
Yeah. God, I'm drawing a blank. I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Necro said he hadn't seen it. Was he there?
Mhm.
Okay. Necros, did you like it? Did it spin your beanie?
Yeah. I know. How can it not?
Yeah, that's one of the best John Carpenter films, I think. I watched a recent John Carpenter horror movie, one of his more recent ones before he stopped making movies. It's called Body Bags. Have you seen that one? Jim, have you seen that one?
He
Oh,
stepped
he's
away.
not here.
yeah.
Body
Body
Bags.
Bags.
Yeah, it's sort of like a creep show.
Give him the body bag. Or,
Give him the body bags.
Yeah, exactly. I got that
Well,
line
that's-
totally wrong, but you know what I was going for.
That's Karate Kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put him in the body bag. Yeah. So Carpenter has this. It's like an anthology, like Creepshow.
I couldn't make it back in time to make the joke, so Carrie filled
Yeah.
in for me.
Yeah.
I started laughing in the kitchen before I could even get back here.
Right, yeah, high five.
So yeah. So John Carpenter's actually in the movie, and he's sort of like the Crypt Keeper type of character, where he introduces each.
Oh, I need another sound. I need to get the Crypt Keeper.
You haven't seen that one, Jim? Body Bags.
No, I haven't, Johnny.
It's on. I think it's on Prime, Amazon Prime. If you guys want to,
Ah.
it's
Ah.
it's okay. Yeah, I don't really recommend it, but if you have nothing to watch, you flip through the channels. The Stacy Keach one is fun. That story. That's the thing about anthologies. Is like if most of them aren't great, like Creepshow, most all those were great. The Bedelia, Where's My Cake, and the Fuzzy, the monster in the crate.
Yep, the
or
crate.
the cockroaches and all that stuff is so good. All those stories are great. But in Body Bags, most of them are pretty.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm not a huge fan of anthologies. Like Creepshow, like it was really good. Like you just can't deny that. But I would rather, if I'm going to sit down and watch a movie, I want to watch a fucking movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a series of half-an-hour TV shows together.
Well, what's funny is in Creepshow 2, the story with the guy who keeps getting run over and he's like, thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride. That whole story, that was supposed to be in Creepshow 1. And they started to build the model and stuff and get the story out. But they ran out of money and they're like, let's just save it for Creepshow 2. So so they saved that whole storyline and I was bummed with Creepshow 2 that there's only 3 stories in that one.
Yeah.
Should be 4 at least, because that wooden Indian story
one.
is so long. God, cut out a half hour of that fucker.
And not very good. Yeah,
it's not that good.
Yeah,
some of the kills are
Creepshow 1. That was Ted Danson, and they had
that's Creepshow 1.
That's Creepshow 1. Yeah,
that's the other story. I forgot.
The Quitters, the smoking one, was on that also.
Smoking one? No, that's Cat's Eye.
That's Cat's Eye.
Oh, Cat's Eye.
Yeah,
that was.
I remember that.
Like Quitters Inc.
One.
Yeah,
James Woods.
James Woods. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that was good.
Yeah. And that comedian Alan King is the head
Alan
of it.
King. Yeah.
Don't smoke, or we'll see ya. We'll cut off your wife's pinky.
And Cat's Eye was good, except for the last episode with like the little gnome thing.
That was annoying.
Kind of weak, but the rest of it was pretty good.
Drew Barrymore,
that's
8 years old or something.
Yeah, speaking telepathically with a cat.
She just started drinking bourbon at that time.
Yeah, that's right.
So wait, so Creepshow 2 was what? So it was the Indian was the first one, and then the second one. Sorry,
the lake.
The lake,
raft.
The raft.
Oh, the raft. I mean, I'm sorry.
And then the third one was the
so
thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah, thanks for the ride. So the raft one, that one they put they got this new special effects studio that they hired, and they gave them a boatload of money to come up with the monster in the water, right? The director shows up to shoot, and the guys show up with their monster, and they throw it in the water, and the director looks at him and goes, "That's it? That thing looks like a garbage bag. What a piece of shit. Yeah. You're fired." And he fired him right there on the spot because it was supposed to move and all this stuff, but they fired all of them. So instead they just drag it along the water with the cables and shit. This looks terrible.
It looks terrible.
Close up, it looks bad. It just looks bad. So it's unfortunate because it was supposed to have the concept art. You could see skulls in it and stuff and pieces of things that was still eaten on and stuff, but instead it just looked like a plastic garbage bag.
Yeah,
it looks so bad.
It was kind of cool when it was like gooey and coming up through like the in the raft thing.
That was cool.
And when it like latches onto the girl's face because she's like the dude's like she's like passed out and he's like feeling her up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. It's so inappropriate.
little rapey.
So
when she dies, which is
pulls her right in,
but pulls her in half the wrong way through it too, like through the raft.
Oh, how many pulls the guy through and his foot goes backwards?
That's right. Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
So you know how like it's almost like a so strong blob thing. That's how the blob is in this remake. That it's strong like that, where it can fuck you up. It can grab a hold of you and you're screwed. So I don't know. I dug that they did very similar to the Blob movie in that the raft story. But yeah, that's interesting though. That imagine though being a director and you gave them like $1 million. I think it was $1 million they gave them for that plastic bag in the water. I'd be mad too.
Yeah,
$1 million for a hefty bag.
Yeah,
right? They spent it all on hookers and blow.
Jetson.
It was the 80s.
Well, it was the 80s. Yep.
There's certain, yeah, I know, right? There are certain scenes where they look straight down at it, and if you look through the water, you can see they tried to sculpt in something in there, but it's just totally lost. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but oh well. So anyway, so yeah, we have to decide what we're gonna watch next week. Like I was telling Andrew, maybe we should put it in a randomizer. Like maybe each of us pick a movie and then throw it in a randomizer, and it'll pop out, and then that way we just watch whatever it is. That might be a good idea.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop,
Boop,
boop.
boop, 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 boop.
Like how I pick games for drinkers, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, right.
So I guess we pick out of movies. We don't have to do horror, I guess. Did you just say whatever's in your Plex, or what did you?
I just
what
have a
did you
list
do?
of everything. Yeah. So everything, is in Discord.
Hmm.
That's all the stuff that I at least have easy access to.
Must be a big
Which is
list.
It's not small.
Yeah, I've seen your Plex. So
I opened it and went, oh boy, it's going to take a while. to read.
1,340 movies or something like that. I saw
Something like that.
Yeah.
Necros is like, where's the amputee midget porn?
That's in a private directory.
Yeah.
That's on Necros's Plex. Let's connect into your Plex, let Necros. We'll watch some tentacle porn and
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
Never mind. Don't want to say that.
Isn't it funny that Legend of Overfiend's right on YouTube, uncensored and everything?
Uncensored, yeah.
It's just sitting out there because nobody knows what it is.
Right. You have to search for like Urotsuka Doji.
Yeah, it's not under Legend of Overfiend
Yeah.
either. So, and that's the American translations,
Right.
You know. But yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's probably the
He's
most.
catching up to our stream.
Oh, hey
Necros
now,
like, hey now.
hey.
Well, at least you know the timing for the delay now.
He's all, don't tell everybody.
We love you, Necros. Sorry, Fruber.
So, Gino, we on Thursday we watched an old Michael J. Fox classic.
Back to the Future.
No, that farther back than that.
Yeah. Little round Michael J.
Yeah,
Go in the Wayback Machine for that one.
yeah. It's a little old movie called Class of 1984. Have you heard of
Huh.
that one?
Take a look at my
Vaguely
face.
remember it.
Take a look at the future.
I am the future.
Oh, I am the future.
Oh,
never
what
heard
would
of
we
it?
do, baby? Oh wait,
Okay.
no, that's
Their punk rockers take out, like they rule the high school, and a new teacher comes in there and tries to stop shit that's happening, and he just has a lot of bad days in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
And hijinks ensue. There we go.
I like Harry's review at the end. I'm just watching bad kids doing bad things for the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
for a 5-minute payoff.
Yeah,
pretty
right.
much.
So it was a Michael J. Fox version of Animal House or what?
No.
Not even
He's-
that, huh?
Oh,
he's-
not totally other end of the
They're
spectrum.
they're assholes.
Oh,
There's killing
Yeah.
and violence and stabbing and
Yeah,
he's
they-
a good
Yeah.
he's a good
He's
kid.
a good kid though. Yeah.
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 he's
And table
family
saws
ties
these-
material.
Yes. Yeah.
What would we do,
And
baby?
And his best friend buys PCP from them, and then climbs up a flagpole and falls off and breaks his neck and dies.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie just came out, Mock.
Yeah,
Right.
it came out in '83, I think.
84.
spoiler
But it's
alert.
called '84 though. But I think it came out.
But it's a theme of the future. The future.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Coming at you, at you, at you.
It's kind of a bad name for like punk rockers if you think about it, right?
I kept getting that title confused with Summer of '84, which is a more recent 2015 movie with kids where they think they're the next door neighbor, the dad is a serial killer. And that's a pretty good movie. But when you said Class of '84, I'm like, is this like an original? And what I was thinking of was a remake. And then I had to look it up. And I'm like, oh, I got the titles confused. Summer of '84 versus Class of '84.
Oh.
Confusing.
Carrie had to leave to stop the dogs
Barking.
from barking.
Yeah.
So
I
do you
remember
know?
Michael J. Fox and remember seeing Frighteners?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yep.
good movie. That's a
cute
fun
one, yeah.
one. I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to be more of a comedy. I thought that was going to look like it was going to put out to be a horror movie, but it really
Yeah.
wasn't.
it's a sort of a horror comedy, but the thing is that the CGI does not hold up today, though. If you
Right.
watch it now, it's like a little cringy. Some of it's better than others because some of it's practical, but
What's the one with
Yeah.
Keith Sutherland and Kevin? Oh, Flatliners.
Flatliners, yeah.
That's I was trying to. Yeah,
Oh, I love Flatliners. The original.
I did too. It's not really a horror movie, but it's more of a thriller, I guess.
It's a thriller.
Yeah.
It's a thriller.
Got horror aspects to it. I mean, they're dealing with death, and yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of the movie was Oliver Platt's one-liners. Did you remember any of those? When he goes, when what's his face? Baldwin was always banging the chicks, and he's a skeleton. He goes, "Who are you supposed to be, Boner Man?" And he
It's
goes,
boner time.
"Thank God I didn't go under because it'd be this kid I stole a sandwich from chasing me." I love Oliver Platt.
What's his
That was
name?
like
In
one of
that
the
was
first
it
times I
Stubby
saw
or
him.
something like that? Was his name in that movie? Stubby.
Stubby. Stinky. Swanson. Swinny. Samsonite.
Smitty,
Samsonite. I was way off.
Check your luggage. Oh.
Yeah, so Gino, if you want to watch 1984, Class of 1984, it's on YouTube. The high quality, it says high quality right in the title.
Amazing quality.
And it-
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
amazing.
It actually is for once.
wasn't bad for
Yeah,
you.
No, there's
it
actually
was
a
good.
surprising amount of full movies, older movies on YouTube. I mean,
Yeah.
like, because we were prepared to just start.
Shh, how do you think I watch them for free? Don't tell YouTube. Jeez.
We're publishing this on YouTube,
Yeah,
They're listening.
streaming on YouTube.
but no,
right?
nobody's watching it,
They're
so
not
I think we're
listening.
safe. No, they're not watching it.
Man. Did you hear the latest with Mitch McConnell, our favorite Republican? He's put in a bill right now to make it so they don't need a subpoena or anything to look at your records of what you look at on the internet. So if they want to go after anybody that they're angry with, they can just look up their search history and then post it if they wanted to.
Doesn't the NSA still do that already?
No, they have to get currently you're supposed to have to get a court order to be able to access your records. But
It still requires, yeah.
this new bill that he's posting is that they can just get anybody's at any time on a whim for no reason at all, if they want.
I'll agree to that if they look at their own records first.
Yeah, no, they're all under protection. Oh, that's in the bill
Yeah.
too. Is that they all get
Yeah.
They all get
Of course.
protection and all this other shit.
Immunity
So,
and shit,
immunity. Yeah. So it's a bunch of. Say goodbye to our fun internet, everybody. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
It only took a few years until the government had to go fuck it up. It's already getting fucked up little by little.
VPNs for the win.
It would be a VPNs. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to invest.
They're going to go through the
VPN.
roof. It's like liquor stores right now.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, if you have a VPN, they can't see shit, right? It just
No.
Well,
scrambles it.
your communications with your VPN is secure, but and then basically you're connected to the VPN, and then all your communications appear to the rest of the world to come from that VPN. So your ISP can't track you, and the only one you basically just have to make sure you find a VPN you really trust,
Right.
because they have everything.
All right, we'll talk offline.
Yeah,
$3 a month is what I
Wise, yeah,
pay.
yeah.
yeah.
I have been for years.
I'm not gonna.
How many-
I'm not
how
gonna
many
publish
gigs?
mine.
Gigs.
Unlimited
It's
or-
not. It's not. Yeah. It's
And also you can watch YouTube videos from overseas because a lot of stuff's blocked because of country,
Netflix.
Yeah,
all that
no
stuff.
country shit. Yeah.
See, Bart's like, whoa.
Yeah, because you appear to come from wherever
Dude,
the country of origin is.
Half of the shit that
Yeah.
like the good stuff out of the States, I can't watch because it's from like a film studio and they say no, like CBS, I can't watch any of their shit up
Shut
here.
up! You got good medicine.
Yeah, you got health care.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You know what a
Yeah,
scramble
Sorry
it
about
was?
the movies,
Oh.
but
The payout the ass for.
You
Ah,
get a
the little
VPN,
crypt
you'll be able
keeper.
to watch all the Michael J. Fox movies you want.
Yeah, on YouTube.
That's right.
Not exactly. Yeah, anything with at least was it 30% Canadian content?
Hey, speaking of Michael J. Fox, did any of you guys watch the Back to the Future thing?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I watched like I guess the trailer for it with the news. I didn't watch.
I
the
can't
full
believe that
thing.
Tom Wilson wasn't on there.
I know. Yeah, he should have been
He
on
agrees
there.
to do everything.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
But do you see the link for the Goonies one that he did?
Watch
Yeah, I saw that
watched it
first.
already.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was good. I just wish they'd give him a chance to breathe and talk a little bit. It feels very
It's very
streamlined.
edited,
Oh, it's
truncated,
so
yeah.
edited. Yeah. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Okay, we're gonna move on. Hi, welcome to the show. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Come on,
let him
do it.
speak.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Let the poor
Fine,
man
I'll do the
speak.
truffle
Yeah.
shuffle. Like, no.
I will say that was it Josh? What's his name? That
Gad.
that
Brolin?
his no the host.
Josh Gad.
Oh,
Josh,
Gad.
yes.
Gad.
He's got one hell of a Doc Brown impersonation. When he did the I was like blown. I had to like listen to it again. I'm like, holy shit, he sounds just like Christopher Lloyd. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm
Lloyd
just like,
didn't
shut
sound
up,
like
let them
Christopher Lloyd.
talk. Shut up, let them talk.
Yeah.
Just let them ramble. Who cares?
Let them
They
talk a
haven't-
little bit.
Yeah.
I know it's really cut down. You know, it's
Like
just,
it should be an hour and a half, and
They
he
get-
should just have a rough outline of like maybe 10 questions and just let them go. Like
Mhm.
do their thing.
Yeah, it felt very truncated compared to even the Goonies one. So
Yeah, but they also had a shit ton more people on the Goonies one. But yeah, I agree. It
yeah.
was like it was like that one. Goonies was like 45 minutes or something like that, and this one was like 27 or it was significantly shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised that Biff didn't show. Wasn't there for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And
He
then
does
I was
all the
like, well,
reading
why?
stuff.
It was funny because I was like, well, where the hell's the original actress that played Jennifer? And then she pops in at the end. Oh, I can't get this to
And-
work.
And she has no lines hardly at all.
Yeah.
They say her line in the movie, and that's about it. She doesn't really say much, right?
Oh no, she's got a lot of lines at the beginning of the movie.
Elizabeth
Like-
Shue?
No, not Elizabeth Shue. I was talking about the original Jennifer from the first movie.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the sequel.
Yeah.
They touch on the sequel a little bit. That's why they brought her on, because her
Yeah.
mom was sick or some shit, and she couldn't be in the sequel.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
they brought Elizabeth Shue, and they had to reshoot those scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. A little bit of a different delivery, but
we
yeah.
need Time Runner in here to give us the full rundown. He's got dates.
But Michael
and-
J. Fox looked pretty good. All things
Yeah.
considered, like he seemed to be. I mean, he's aged well. You know.
Yeah, it's cool that they get Zemeckis in there and stuff like that, you know, and the
writers,
composer. Yeah, it's and the writer. Yeah, it's really cool. They
Yeah, Huey Lewis. That was cool. That he. Popped
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Can you imagine if he had to do it, make a song that says, Back to the Future? It'd be hard to write a
Oh,
song
God.
with that title.
To work that into like a chorus line.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. You couldn't. I don't think you could do it in like one line. It would have to be broken up like two, like because with all the syllables.
It's too much.
With future. Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
But
that
he did
there-
Back in Time. I was wondering about that one because
Mhm.
he did Power of Love. He did a bunch. Back in Time sounds like that was written specifically for the movie, and he said that they didn't write anything for
the movie.
But the lyrics of that, because
If
tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? Like
he says like something, thank you, Marty, or something like that, or get back, Marty. In it
yeah,
as well.
so he must have, that one must have been written. It had to have been,
Had to have
but
been.
like I believe Power of Love because like whatever. So
Yeah.
maybe that's like what they're taking. And then they're like, could you write another one? And then maybe they had more time or something because that's the end credits song.
Oh, hey, off this topic, YouTube Punk, did you see his post? He said, you guys talk about Billy Mitchell
Billy
getting
Mitchell.
sued. I thought it was the other way around. I thought Billy Mitchell was suing Twin Galaxies, no?
That was my understanding.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the other way around. Because he wants his
He wants his
scores
scores back.
posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what's up with the whole
I-
Billy
yep.
Mitchell thing? You go on KLOV, there's like the whole general thread is all about Billy Mitchell now.
I'm out the loop on that.
People are necro bumping old threads. If you
I
go look at
saw
where
that.
those
That's
threads
weird.
start, yeah. So actually, I think Tombo jumped in and was like, next person who does this is getting fucking permabanned.
Oh, good.
Jeez.
And I wonder if they're
Permabanned.
like,
Tombo.
yeah, like who's doing this?
I saw that and I quickly
Drum up
looked. I'm like,
Billy.
oh, this is Karate Champ. They're bumping all these old threads. Like,
Could be,
Oh,
but
yeah.
could be people also just doing like general like YouTube or general Google searches and like showing up on Collab and talking about stuff.
Yeah.
He's in the news.
I don't know what to say about the Billy Mitchell thing because he can play the game. He is good at it, and he does tournaments and he wins sometimes. And so the big argument they're saying is because he used MAME.
Maybe he's just a moron, and he didn't even realize someone gave him a DK machine. Oh, it's whatever. I don't know. I liked Ben Gold on Arcade Radio, and he said his only thing is like I don't understand. Like my thing is he wouldn't. Ben Gold said he wouldn't. Well, he goes that he didn't say wouldn't cheat. He goes he wouldn't have to cheat. I was there. I saw him do these scores. He's an amazing player.
He's probably really playing on MAME because they prove that just by the way the levels build on screen.
They haven't proven that. Actually, I think they're still in the middle of trying to figure that out. Or
really,
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they have figured it out.
Because if you slow down the footage super slow, the way the levels build in MAME are different than they do in the arcade, I guess.
Right, and I know that, like how the refresh displays and then what blinks in at what time. But there's something, fuck, I don't get this wrong. I'm probably wrong. I don't care. But something to do with like the video capture devices involved too. So it's not just a straight perfect stream from the board. So yes, MAME versus the arcade, but when you add,
they need a Jimbo setup. That's the problem.
They do. There you go. Yeah. If Billy Mitchell had, had this technology,
I was just about
to
play the "No and I Don't Care" song.
Yeah. I mean, frankly, like again, I've said it before. Like Billy's a great guy. He's super friendly. He's a great ambassador, I think, for the thing. It's if he cheated, that fucking sucks, and it makes him. It takes away what ultimately he is. He's a great fucking player.
I don't think he would do that, but YouTube Punk says it's a counter sue. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That whole thing is like, I could understand why he wants his scorps back, and if it's just a thing that he was playing on MAME and he said he did honestly, it's like, well, maybe it's something you have to recreate under different circumstances.
He was trying to do that for a while, I think, on Twitch, wasn't he? Like he was streaming him play Donkey Kong, like chasing basically after that score, just to be like, look, I can fucking do it. Yeah, but I have no doubt that he could play that well.
No,
I mean, I haven't seen him play. He's really good.
Yeah,
I mean, not by today's standards. Today's Donkey Kong standards are completely different because like the players have. Well, no, I'm just saying like the level of play by our like Donkey Kong players now is way above, but they've all like studied and shared and worked together to like push the score higher and higher and higher. It's crazy. But like for back in the 80s, this is insane when he basically presumably did this by himself with no outside input,
without all the help and tutorials and stuff.
Yeah, no one's studying fucking YouTube videos of exactly how to play this game.
Yeah. Do you ever watch speedrunners? Like it's really neat to see like how they glitch stuff out and do things, and they do some really crazy stuff to shoot through the levels. And
did you see that Steve,
but they all learn from each other and stuff, and they try to
for sure, because they study each other's videos. So I was just saying, the speedrun thing. Did you see the devs respond to speedrun for why did I just blank on that?
Was it arcade or home console?
No, fucking Cuphead.
It must have been a lie.
Cuphead. I don't know why I just blanked on Cuphead, but yeah. So there's like a devs respond to a speedrun on Cuphead.
Oh yeah, I posted that. Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And they're
super
like,
fun. Yeah.
And it's their minds are blown. Like you can stand somewhere inside the dragon.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I watched it. I think you posted that thing. It was just the dragon. We were talking about that, but so I watched the whole thing of them like doing a playthrough and the speed run. It's like, what?
There's a lot of crazy stuff that people could have figured out. Hit boxes where they're not and where they are, and
how to get the most damage by basically like switching weapons constantly.
Yeah, constantly. And it's funny because it's like some of it doesn't even get to the third form of the boss either. Right. It just dies in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that stage with the roller coaster and it keeps going underneath your feet and you got to jump over it?
Yeah. The mule.
The mule. Yeah. And then the he's so good. He doesn't even get to the third.
You never even see that. The merry-go-round part of it.
Doesn't even get that far. He's already done so much damage. It's just it's done.
It's the same thing with the dragon.
Yeah,
dragon. Like he killed his dragon long before it gets to the third stage. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Third phase.
Yeah, people are so good on those things.
But they're finding like kind of exploits too.
Yeah. Those are fun to watch sometimes. I like to do charity events for that stuff. Games done quickly
Games done
or
quick.
games done quick.
Games
Is
done
that what
quick.
it is?
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. And people send in pledges, and it's really cool. I think it's neat that they do that, and people send in money like all over. It's great.
Yeah, I remember seeing that for the first time back in the late 90s, I think, for Quake. And I don't know if this is where Games Done Quick got its name. Don't quote me on that. But like, I remember like there was a series of videos that was Quake Done Quick.
Yeah.
Which again, maybe that was where they got that part of
and
it.
then
But
baking
anyway,
videos, cake done quick.
Cake done quick. It's delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the guys just
30-second recipe.
Like really amazing, and they would like do like it was cool stuff because they're doing it in engine, like slow motion shots of them and figuring out like how they're getting across and doing certain rocket jumps and stuff like that to skip parts of the level to get stuff done.
Really
cool.
Or they do weird things like they'll slip through the geometry and go right to the bottom. Like I was watching one for Super Mario World for I think it was Nintendo 64, where they're able to slip through the geometry in this one spot and go right to the boss at the end of the game. They don't have to do anything. It's like, wow.
Have you ever played anyone here played Dead Cells?
Mm-hmm.
So the developers for Dead Cells did the same thing where they did like developers watch the speed runs, and there's parts of it where it's like the dude who was doing the runs was like they had figured out like a way to like literally skip the last boss. And so you just like do this thing in the beginning, and then you like lightning basically across the entire screen. And
it's like he almost breaks the game, but it's still
basically breaking the game.
And yeah.
And then the developer was like, well, fuck, man. Like, I know we built in some like features to try and help speedrunners because like we wanted speedrunning to be a thing in this game.
Yeah.
It's like a roguelike platformer, attack and slash kind of thing. Anyway, he's like, well, fuck, man, we should have just put a button on the home screen. It was just like finish, and it's like you just get the credits. It's like, there you go. How fast can you click that damn button? Because it's just
that totally reminds me of, did you ever hear of the game Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the game? There was an actual game that they came out with, and you do a lot of little mini games, like you fight the Black Knight and knock off his appendages and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, when the game first starts, there's an option. Do you want to find the Grail, or do you want to go on your quest? Something weird like that. So if you click, I want to find the Grail just appears on the screen. There's this music like da da da, and then it shows credits.
That's awesome.
Fuck it. There you go.
Yeah,
there's the big
That's
payoff.
basically the end of the game
Yeah.
there. That was a point and click game, most of it. But it was mostly a comedy game, but it was fun.
Really?
It was funny. It has the
Comedy?
ending right there.
Yeah.
I laughed.
Right?
It did its job.
That's awesome. I do have arcade news.
Oh, yay.
Arcade news.
All right.
So I got I have a working rip-off power supply now.
Oh,
nice.
And
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. ding, 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 ding. The saga was that, I had picked up this inexpensive ripoff, which is slowly, of course, getting more and more expensive as you do things. Funny how that works out. It was the power supply was I forgot what voltage it wasn't supplying. It might have been the 25 volt, or maybe it was a 5 volt. I don't remember. One of them wasn't there. And so like Grinkers 5 years ago, it wasn't really that long ago, but some Grinkers I was talking to Slackmo, and he graciously agreed that he'd look at my power supply for me before he knew that it was the awful one, because Cinematronics did a couple of them, and one of them was the Zen-Tech, which is horrible to work on. And of course that's the one I had. So it's too late, he agreed. So I sent it to him. So I sent him the power supply, and he fixed it. That was lovely. sent it back, and apparently when he sent it back USPS, and I think they used it as some sort of like maybe workout device, or like they were playing volleyball with it, something, because when it came
Ace
back
Ventura.
to me,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. Yep.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of the corners, and he packed it well. It wasn't that this was not a well packed, like he packed it very well. But somehow, in whatever the hell they did to it, one of the corners bent of the power supply, like to the point where I couldn't actually put the bolt into this. I was taking pliers and trying to bend it down so I could actually mount it back with all 4 bolts onto the side, because the power supply mounts on the side of the cabinet. So they dropped it fucking big time in order to bend this piece of fucking metal. So anyway, and then I yeah, and I tested, and it's like wah wah. It had nothing. It was nothing. So I'm like,
You get nothing.
Good day, miss.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, hey, Slackmo, remember how much fun you had with that power supply?
I said good day.
so I sent it back to him.
Stop licking your nipple and fix it.
That's right.
Soldering iron.
Yeah.
Oh, that is his avatar.
right.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, good job. So I sent it back to him.
Yeah.
And he fixed it again.
One of the most memorable icons in Claw, I think.
And this time he sent it back FedEx. And FedEx was kinder and gentler. Again, really well packed. Like the first time, it was beautifully packed. It just was USPS. Just I don't know what the fuck they did to make it like that. But anyway,
You sit at my house.
it works, which is awesome. I was super excited. Tested it, and I put in the FPGA board, the Cinematronics, multi-vector, multi-vectory thing, whatever that's called, that he has the little name for, that I've been using in my Asteroids Deluxe, waiting to get my rip-off cabinet going so I can have the Cinematronics multi in the Cinematronics cabinet and just be all sorts of badass with my multi-vectory goodness in my garage. And the fucking monitor doesn't work. I mean,
Jesus.
Send it off to Slackmo. Just don't send it USPS.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. No, I did. I talked to him about that. So yeah, he might be helping me out with that too. The that fucking cabinet had the power supply broken, board broken, and monitor broken. It has high voltage, but it's it just this.
But it didn't. It came with a nice supply of cobwebs, so I remember that.
It did, yes.
Huh. Yeah.
And it's looking really good. Like it's
and a little handwritten scorecard. That was nice.
Yeah, that's right. Good memory. It's a cool. I mean, it's a really cool looking cabinet. So I'm excited, and now that I've cleaned out the cobwebs and all that, it actually looks like it should work.
And you have 72 new white buttons on the control panel.
I do indeed. Yeah, I know. I've spent like fucking $100 in buttons because I got the wrong one. Ended up getting. I thought I was ordering the ones that were compatible for the wood control panel, but it turns out that the site was selling. It was only all they had were the metal ones, and so I there's $30 worth of buttons because there's so many buttons.
Oh, the short ones for the metal, the short.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, oh yay, my buttons came from Twisted Quarter.
Oh yeah, and then you spent $40 on shipping.
Yeah,
for a 4-ounce package.
Yeah, well, I ended up ordering a whole bunch of stuff because I'm like, when I ordered all those locks, and they didn't have the medium, they had the small and the long, and they didn't have the size that I needed the most. Like, oh, that was just a disaster of an order. I'm like, oh, and I looked, I thought they were the right size, but clearly not. They don't sell the wood ones. Forgot where I think eBay.
eBay.
Yeah, that's where I ended up finding the long white ones.
So FPGA goes back into the asteroids for the time being.
FPGA, yep, exactly. It is back in the asteroids.
There you go.
That was a setup.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I know. I smirked on the first time around, and I'm like, nah.
Well, YouTube
I've
Punk
abused the asteroids button.
Yeah, YouTube Punk put in. You got asteroids.
Yeah,
He wrote
Yeah.
that. IRC.
See, I don't need. I've got backups. I've got either people to voice it or write it in the chat.
There you go. We have lost 10 though.
Oh.
That doesn't come up as much.
Oh,
Man.
Are we retiring 10?
No.
But yeah, it's nice to mix it up.
Yeah.
If I only limited my palette to the 30 most commonly used sounds, it would be
yeah, you got to mix it up.
Yeah. I've been doing that on poker actually quite a bit. I went all over the place the last time.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I was fucking hammered though that Saturday night. Like after we had watched the movie and stuff, Dave's like, poker, man, get in here and play. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was so pissed. I thought I was out and I still had chips.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, where you going? You're still
Dave calls me like, what do you want? I fucking that damn hand pissed me off. He's
Did
like,
you play I Know Something I Won't Tell? Yeah.
No, but that'd be a good one. Yeah. I played all.
That's a great one. You haven't played that in a while.
There's a ton I haven't heard.
He actually is not playing sounds. So Dave, actually speaking of, so is that the soft glow of new neon next to you that we're seeing lighting your left shoulder?
Oh.
Yeah, my friend Donnie Graham. I'll tell this. It's a good story. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Well, let me. Maybe I can lift it.
I love that story.
Okay, yeah. This thing is heavy as shit.
Yeah, they're not light, man.
Oh,
Watch it breaks right on camera.
Bud Light.
Not again.
Oh my God.
So
gotta bolt that to like a stud in the wall.
Yeah, it is heavy. He's like, dude, I got
mine are really light.
He kept telling me, this thing's vintage. He kept telling me, hey, I got a gift for you. And so I got this is what he wanted me to do. So he used to own a Satan's Hollow. He sold it to a buddy, dedicated Satan's Hollow. They sort of had a falling out. So he's like, oh, he just listed a bunch of these games. He's like, hey, can you buy it off him? Because he won't deal with me. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I know the guy too. So he's bought a game off of me and whatever. It's fine. So Monday I go and I meet him, in a parking lot, and he gives me the money. And he's like, see if you can get it any lower. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's right. So I got it for $150 lower than what the original. He goes, because I messaged the guy. I go, this is what he wants. He goes, yes, I want it back, because it's one of the only games I really, really regret selling. They were friends and they did trades, and then he goes that he's been missing it. So he goes, I want my Satan's Hollow back. It's dedicated Satan's Hollow. It's kind of neat,
Oh yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah.
So I went and got it, and then went to Donnie's, and Donnie gave me the Bud Light. And it's funny because our basement's, he's on a split level home, and so am I. But he has a great arcade. But he literally
he does.
He uses every space. Like I'm looking like, see, I still have I have a workbench. I have Rubbermaid bins with a ton of crap in it, like for the family and stuff. But his basement is just like, he's got pinballs when he walked down every space.
His basement looks huge. Like when he was on our
but he uses every wall space,
every crevice.
And like
I can relate.
His washer and dryer are stacked like in between two games. And then I had to ask him, hopefully you won't mind me saying this because I thought about it later. I go, wait, where's your utility tub? Like where's your tub? He goes, oh, it's so ghetto. It's under a pinball machine. There's a hose going in it for the washing machine. Because he cut the legs off his stationary sink and put it on the ground just to have the.
I need to talk to him about maximizing my space.
Oh, dude, he's got it down to a science. He goes, I sit here and look, and I'm like, every space is. In fact, it was like, there's a space that's ready for the Satan's Hollow, and he uses his garage as like that's his work area.
That's what I'm missing.
My garage is like. It's the family. Like we parked the car in there. Like
my garage is my balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like, I loved his basement. I loved the carpet he had. And I was like, wow. But I'm like, he goes, I go, your basement is the same size. I'm like, but man, like I have too much crap. You know, I need the workbench. Like I can't move my workbench in the garage because then we won't be able to park the car in there in the winter. And we like doing that, you know. And but he had a bunch of. I played Star Wars. I played Kung Fu Master. Played a little Paperboy.
Yeah, he's got a good collection. I was looking at his.
Yeah,
you know.
I shouldn't play his Reactor. I didn't play his Reactor.
Donnie was playing poker with us. That's why. So like he was in his basement. So that's why I was. That's why.
Yeah, but he hooked me this Bud Light sign. He kept saying I had this gift for him, and I'm thinking, oh, what is it? Some cool marquee or a poster?
A
And he's
fridge
like,
magnet.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, that's me. You get me.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. That is so
It
cool.
is
And
heavy
it's
as balls,
vintage
though.
too.
Boner.
That's even that's
Yeah.
That looks vintage.
It's
Yeah.
totally vintage. Yeah, it's totally vintage.
So where are you gonna put it?
I don't know. See, because I'm still in the
In his
process-
bedroom. He's
Bedroom.
gonna use
I
it
know
as a nightlight.
you need
Yeah.
to have Donnie come over and then he can help advise you as to your space.
You
Because
fall
clearly
asleep to
he's a
the little-
master.
No, yeah,
He's gonna put in his
Yeah,
kid's
yeah.
room.
because our
Um,
basement, because he said our basements were the same size. And I'm like, there's no way. I've seen your pictures, but they are, except he uses every space. Like I have a filing cabinet. I have this stupid huge computer set up. Like, you know, I've got this, you know, the printer and all this. He must use an office upstairs, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever. I have 2 kids, so even if I don't know how many bedrooms he has, but if he has 1 kid right now, so maybe the other one's the office. So all this stuff would go in there, you know, like
Yeah,
I'm
and his kid
jealous.
isn't. Although I guess his kid is mobile now. I still think
she's
it's-
like 2. She was there.
for-
Yeah.
for being a little baby.
She's still
yeah.
she's a little
yeah.
tiny baby. She's little.
She's been growing when we haven't been looking. What's up
Diaper
with that?
Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
diaper
she-
We
Kong.
she's
changed her
cute.
diapers like 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
exactly.
wait, that was the doll.
That was the dog.
Ah.
Yeah. But they went on her. So
Yeah, that would have been a different game if it had been a live baby.
So just rip him off the
Oh
bottle.
my God.
So the-
No one can be drinking. Yeah.
Stop dropping the baby.
That would have been
Time
so
you're
awkward.
out.
Why'd the leg come off?
Oh no. That's terrible, Seabart.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the, how they dismantle? I think you disassemble them so it was easier to like dress them and shit.
Yeah.
No?
Totally.
Clearly, you're a father.
An uncle.
Yeah, they don't let you
Or an
anywhere
uncle.
near your niece, huh?
Yeah.
Not for the past 2 months, at least.
I know, right? That's a bummer.
Well, Dave, sounds like it's going to be a start of a whole new collection, just neons now, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It's going to be a whole new fetish.
no, it's just
Hey,
I gotta
that's what
put-
I want to do with the now that my place is almost filled up.
Oh,
I
look,
got
get
all
against
this-
the brick.
I got all that- Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
it would.
Charles
This would be
Klein,
perfect against that
local
brick.
guy, it's got a shitload of neons in his garage. I don't know how many he's got. Maybe he's in the chat right now. Maybe you can tell us.
I've got my list of movie posters and neon signs and knickknacks. I've got some marquees and stuff. I'm actually really looking forward to filling up all the rest of the wall space because that'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun
Yeah,
project.
Dottie had a bunch of marquees. Like I really liked the carpet. I like that arcade carpet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the squares. Because
Carpet tiles.
Yes, carpet tiles. Yes. Because
Carrie's got this cool like swirly, square like
maze.
almost mazy kind of Twilight Zone-y.
maybe I'll do a
Labyrinth. There we go.
There you go.
survey and see what you guys think is the best. Because I want to get some samples.
Ooh, we can put it on Survey Monkey.
Yeah, I'm curious. What do you think is the best?
You get the black
A
light
doodle
stuff.
poll?
Yeah, get the
I
neon
think
ones
so.
to do the black
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, the black light.
I have to, right? You
Yeah.
know, I really liked it. I was like, dude, this is like, and then I kept looking. I'm like, fuck, it is the same size, but we don't have any shit down.
I'm
here.
not a
It's
big
all
blacklight
arcades.
fan when it comes to like the carpet and stuff. I don't know what it is. Like I've
Oh,
seen
I
that
loved it.
in so many arcades, and it just I don't know what it is. I prefer to just have the soft glow of like a normal light color, you know, like the red or the one I use.
I'm not
Um,
the hugest fan of like the like the stars,
Like the
and
galaxy and
moons
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
a
it
little,
just seems too Spencer Gifts for me.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Spencer's, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a good
Yep.
way to put it. You're right.
Which is where you go to buy black lights. So
The old,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the blacklight
before
posters.
Amazon.
I went through that phase when I was 19. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. But like if they had other patterns where it was just like something, I like the idea of like having the floor kind of feel electric or
They have like a black
brighter.
one with just like blue circles, not as crazy as the stars. That's why I'll do a vote, and we'll see
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you know and what I think, and then and they're gonna.
Yeah, if they did something like some sort of banding or something like that, but like you know, I see that all the time at bowling alleys and stuff. Like I don't
Right.
you know,
I remember shopping at.
That's right, YouTube punk. I'm a carpet hater. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's
Or you
impressive,
think,
but
you
it's
know-
all marked up with tape.
Yeah, you go to a place that has it. It's like, oh, cool. I mean, obviously you invested. It's not cheap either. I don't think.
Oh no,
UV stuff is
very pricey.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
cool. It's like
expensive.
that you did that, but yeah,
It's
as
like
far as
$30 a
taking-
tile, but they're like.
Well, they have
39
UV
inches.
tiles.
Yeah, well, for the carpet tiles.
Carpet tiles, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 30. Yeah,
Oh
that's
wow.
what. Yeah, that's
30
what. 'cause
bucks
that,
for like what, a 3x3 or something like that, or
yeah, it's 39. Yeah,
Yeah,
3x3. Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it's expensive.
That's yeah. So if you figured out like what it would cost to do the whole floor in your
Well,
space.
I'm not gonna have as much. I don't know what my square footage is gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm all about
Hey,
something
400
like very
maybe.
contrasty though, like a black and white something, or something that stands out but doesn't necessarily, like I like Carrie's labyrinth thing. Like if you could do
Yeah.
something like that across the whole thing, and
Did you
I
guys
think
remember?
if I had my own arcade or what, if I had my own like basement or whatever, I'd do like the real thin, like the hard carpet or whatever, so it's real easy to.
Yeah, commercial stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You were
Go
that
ahead, Mark.
Jim Necros found the perfect carpet for you in chat.
Oh,
If
I've seen
It's
that.
probably, are there midgets in it or something like?
Yes, and
Midgets.
tentacles.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
tentacles.
That's the side of your
So
dough.
I remember on Clav, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I remember somebody posting this guy that took black lights and he put them underneath all his arcade machines and he had them rise
That was
the
Z
risers in
Camaro, ZF Camaro.
just so the whole floor lights up basically. And I
Wow.
was like, wow, that would have been a lot. Those machines all kind of have to stay where they are, though. I would think. With
Yeah, he had.
set up that
I
way,
think
but-
he had an
Fast and
environmental.
Furious.
He had an environmental.
yeah,
dis-
Fast and
or
Furious
Tron.
lit up underneath the car. Yeah,
That was. I'm pretty sure you're talking about ZF Camaro.
I don't remember who it was.
He
I
had.
just remember seeing it.
He had black lights going between every
I-
game.
Yeah, well, he had them all underneath the systems, all the cabinets, so it shined down on the carpet. It's really, and
ZF Camaro had him vertically between every
vertically
cabinet.
too. Oh no, this is underneath, and then he had risers that are about maybe this high on all the machines. So he had these like I don't know how many he had. Look, maybe 2.
So
or-
Carrie would be playing the games like this.
yeah, it'd be higher up.
Yeah.
It did make everything
Oh, yeah.
another 2
Yeah.
inches higher, but
Yeah.
Do they have like actual like
bizarre.
proper black light UV like LED strips?
Yeah, I would say do it in UV light. Yeah,
They
then
do,
you have,
they're not that
no
great.
But they're not that
coronavirus in the
great, okay.
arcade.
no,
Yeah.
I have them
I mean,
in
at
my
least that way
Tron.
you could do them like
Yeah.
smaller, so you wouldn't have to like raise them up like a fucking arcade one up.
I put a couple in my Tron pin. There's a few places I have some LED neon strips, and they work okay.
But not as good as like the original like actual. proper
No,
neon,
not like a
yeah.
tube. No,
Yeah.
tube works way better. Yeah. So
It's unrelated, but like the floor in the front hall in Beetlejuice, when they redo the house, it's got like the squares
yeah.
that have like a sort of a 3D generic kind of 3D effect. I always like that floor.
Idaho Steve's in the chat.
Oh.
Oh, I
Are we
see.
shutting this down in 10 minutes?
I gotta go to bed now.
I do have to shut down in 10 minutes.
All right, guys, I'm out right now because I gotta get up early. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
no, you're gonna play poker and you know it.
No, I'm going to bed, dude.
2 minutes later, he's texting
So,
all of us drunk. I need
Dave
more buddies to play
and-
poker.
Yeah, Dave, try to join us for movie night one of these times. We're gonna try
I
to do it
know.
Thursday.
I feel bad.
We don't
I
know what
missed
the movie is
I
yet.
missed the thing.
Yeah.
That's like one of my all-time faves.
We should watch Dolls one of these times too.
Yeah,
That Dolls is fun.
that's a good one.
you
Yeah,
seen that one,
I'd love to
Carrie?
see- I have not. I would like. At least I don't think so. Maybe I did. A lot of these things I
That's a
saw
good
like
one.
Long time ago.
Long
Later,
time
Dave.
ago. So yeah,
Later,
no,
Dave.
I'd love to see Dolls. That one looks really good.
How about you, Andrew? Have you seen
Yeah,
Dolls?
Guy
I
Raw's
I
in
don't
that,
think
right?
so. We
Okay.
were talking about it, or was it in the documentary?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah. Oh, I think we should make that one a goal.
I don't think it's
Although-
on my list.
I
But
knew,
yeah,
I
It's on
knew
the- it might be
Guy,
on the
Guy
list.
Rolfe was in there.
It might
Yeah.
be on. It might be on one of our pay sites. Let me take a look here.
Yeah.
It's funny that
But-
Guy Rolfe was one of the
That
leads in
might
there
be even
because
be
he
on
ended up playing
YouTube.
Toulon in the Puppet Master movies. He's
Oh,
with Dolls.
yeah.
Night of the Dolls or something like that. But I don't remember Dolls.
Yeah,
Just
Valley
Dolls.
of the Dolls.
Valley of the Dolls.
I
yeah,
ended
that's
up
not-
watching it because
yeah,
I was
The
watching all
Return to
full
the Valley
moon
of
movies.
Dolls.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah,
Mm.
I remember. I saw Valley of the Dolls.
Yeah.
I think I passed on the Return one.
It's a different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the sound effect. It
Yeah.
says it all.
Yeah, no, it's not on YouTube. Let me see.
I might even have it.
How did
Not
this-
that it'd help.
How did the stream work?
Yeah, but-
Did you do it through Discord? The watching the thing, did it
Yes.
work okay?
Yep. Beautifully.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I think, Jim, if you have it, I think you could do the same thing that I did in Discord.
I'll have
Theoretically.
to look. Yeah.
Yeah. We're definitely not limited by just what I have.
Yeah,
don't
there's
know
barely
what the-
anything there.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, I don't know if there's any bandwidth requirements or if that matters, but
Or I could, send it to you.
hey, worst case scenario, yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Ding.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find it streaming anywhere right now. It seems like it's always on Amazon Prime. I always see it on there all the time, but not this week. Oy. Yeah, I agree with Carrie with what a bummer that Netflix doesn't put movies on their freaking movie service, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Hardly
no,
any movies on there, really. It's all like their content shit, which is great. I like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you want to watch an old movie, and good luck finding that.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't remember it. I mean, it didn't used to be that way, right? Like they used to
It
actually
used to be
have
better.
they
And it
used to be
feels
the
like,
one
yeah,
trick
they've
pony
really-
though. So
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
so much dilution now. So many, studios are taking over and doing their own streaming service. Disney,
Yeah.
that
that's a good
whole
point.
thing. They took a
Fox
whole
now
bunch of
has
shit
it's
off
part of
their stuff.
Disney, so
Every,
If
CBS.
you have to spend more than 10 minutes looking for something on any service, they don't have it. That's
Yeah.
my.
yeah, it just sucks. I mean, yeah, because Fox is now owned by Disney, so say goodbye to that library.
Yep. It's all gonna go. Yeah, on my Disney.
It's
Plus.
not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be on Disney Plus. I'll tell you that.
You don't think so?
Oh.
And on Netflix, you heard
You're not going to
that
find where you're going to
VPN.
play Deadpool at.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That's
yeah,
a Fox property.
right.
So
Netflix-
stuff.
They'd almost have to,
Netflix,
like,
they,
I'm
Disney
talking about
Plus adults.
Deadpool 1, the dirty one, the
Right,
good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But yeah, no, Netflix used to have way more movies. They used to have
Yeah.
like you go into like comedy, and it wouldn't just be stand-up guys. It would be like comedy movies, a whole bunch of them.
Yep.
Well, movies went
Yep.
things went expire so quickly too.
Oh, yeah,
because
they're up for a
I used to
month.
have like my list. I would have like stuff just added because I'd always want to come back once in a while,
Yeah,
like
and
Wonder
it's gone.
Years or Cheers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you look at your list now and it's like, what happened? I thought I had something added. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not available anymore.
Yeah,
on.
it'll show in the list. It just won't stream. It'll just be
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
no
guess-
Black Mirror this year. Looks like that's all delayed on Netflix. Some production right issues, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Just,
mean, no surprise. This year's gonna be kind of fucked for.
it's a wash. This is a
Yeah.
do-over. 2020
Right.
is a big
Just skip 2020.
piece of shit. What an awful year this has been. God. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I would.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
That's right, it stinks!
Can I just get into Mark's time machine and move forward about a year?
Yeah.
Is it any? I'll stick my head out the door. Is it any better yet?
This is what makes time travel possible.
People still wearing masks. Fuck it. Let's do one more year.
Is Trump still in office? Okay, let me go forward 4 years.
4 more years.
Who's running things now? What? We're all dead? Ah, fuck! I'll go backwards back to 1980.
Hot tub time machine.
Right. It's motorcycle time machine.
So it's like in that movie, The Time Machine, though, when he gets out of his time machine, it's like just all desert, desolate. It's like everyone's killed themselves, everything's gone. It's all
went a little bit too far.
Over.
It's like the original ending
Yeah.
to Army of Darkness. Yeah.
yeah. I slept too long.
Yeah.
Would you guys be willing to do a Evil Dead trilogy? Maybe one of these
Sure.
times.
I'm pretty sure I have all of them.
That's
I know I
that's
do. Yeah.
Evil Dead. I don't know. Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, they're almost the same, but
You can probably just start with Evil Dead 2.
2, yeah, do 2, and then Army of Darkness, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We could do a double feature.
double feature.
We
That'd be
might
fun.
have to start slightly earlier
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
to
Yeah.
do that.
Do you have the director's cut, Andrew, with the 15 extra minutes?
Good
It's
question.
a
I'm
lot
not-
more footage in the director's
sure.
cut. It does slow the pacing down a lot, actually, on the director's cut. But there are some added funny shit in it too, though. So, but
There's a lot more, a lot of scenes that actually makes other stuff make more sense.
Yeah.
Like when he's in the silo, the windmill.
Yeah.
stuff,
Oh, that's a way extended. When he fights those little guys way more
Yeah.
in that scene.
But
do you know what the
Army
time
of
is?
Darkness, but the theatrical cut of Army of Darkness is like 80 minutes. It's a
Yeah, it's
really
like
fucking
hour,
it's
20 minutes.
Barely a feature.
Yeah,
I know.
It's back when they were doing just turning as many movies as possible. So because we had to sell popcorn,
Yeah.
so every movie was like 80 minutes back then.
Evil
like
Dead
it.
2 is longer than Army of
Yeah.
Darkness. Yeah, the director's cut's 96 minutes.
Yeah, the
96
director's
for the
cut
director's-
has more stuff with Henry the Red too. Like
Mhm.
that's all different. Yeah.
Yeah, on top of the director's cut on the disc, there's 4 deleted scenes too, including an alternate intro.
An alternate ending. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, no. I think the director's
the director's cut has the original
has
ending
that
in there.
ending. Yeah. Have you seen the alternate ending, Andrew?
No.
Army of Darkness. So that was actually the original ending he submitted to
original.
the studio, and the studio goes, "No,
No, it's not Hollywoodish enough.
yeah, you got to end on a high note." So he had to reshoot it where he works at S Mart and all that other shit and fights the monsters. But
Yeah.
I like I kind of do like the director's version because that's his original vision. And the third movie was supposed to be Ash versus what was it? Oh, God, because he was going to fight nuclear zombies in the third movie or fourth movie, I guess you could say. So yeah, he was setting that up, but
And there was talks about an Ash versus Freddy versus Jason. And,
yeah. And then they had to put out the comic instead.
Did any of you guys watch the Ash versus Evil Dead series that was out for a while?
Yeah,
Was
I
it any
did.
good?
I liked it. Yeah,
I watched the first season. I was entertained. I got to still watch the second one. Does it only have 2 seasons?
3.
Three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Does it wrap up decent? I heard they had a Russian ending or something when they found out they were canceled.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
It doesn't suck, but it's I won't say much because I don't want to spoil anything, and
Yeah.
so I won't say whether or not they leave it open ended or not.
Yeah.
So my copy only is 80 minutes, so it must be the theatrical.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
I
fine.
like it.
It's
It's
quick. Yep.
It's a good. I like that version too. If you want to watch those extra scenes, I think they're on YouTube too. They're where he
I'm
fights,
sure
fights the
someone's
little ashes running around way longer. Yeah, because if you notice in the director's cut, his face is all black, and they don't show how that happened. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Jim?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
some
That's all.
problems.
It's all extended, and why he runs into the mirror makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, we got 1 minute. Anybody want to say anything? 1 minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't come to the door right now.
Let me apologize for cutting the show short tonight. Then
That's all right. We can do a short
Yeah.
show. I'm okay.
We could
with
do
that.
another one Saturday.
Yep.
we have been doing like 3 get-togethers a week for a while now. So
Yeah.
Just
I'm
saying,
totally-
if you're listening to this, we have
totally
a
okay with it.
Discord,
it's
Yeah.
true. Yep. You can always join us in Discord.
and we watch
right.
movies and play games.
So join us Thursday night for another movie night. We haven't decided quite what we're gonna watch yet. Maybe Dolls if Jim can stream it. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
I'll have to look.
we can always test
I
it
may-
too.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I feel like I might have that, but I'm not 100% sure. I know I have the Doll Man series, but that's different. That's another Full Moon or a different
Doll Man
studio.
versus Demonic Toys.
Demonic Toys. Demonic Toys is fun.
Doll Man, I thought was a blast. That's a fun
Yeah.
movie. I thought that one
Yeah.
was fun
I don't
'Cause
think I even heard of
he's
that
got-
one.
because he's a little man running around and his
He
gun.
comes from another planet, and when he gets to Earth, when he gets to Earth, he's only 12 inches tall.
Yeah.
But he's got this alien gun that even though it's like this big, it blows people's heads off and stuff.
Oh, it's
fucking
super
awesome.
powerful. So powerful. It blew your arm off.
It's great. So Full Moon that made Puppet Master and stuff. You know, a B movie company, independent. They made they made Doll Man, and then they also made Demonic Toys, which is a separate thing. It's kind of like another deadly creatures and stuff that are possessed movie, which is kind of fun. And then they crossed them over, so Doll Man versus the Demonic Toys, and so it's
that's awesome.
It's
hokey. It's hokey
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, fun. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. Isn't Haley, what's his name in Doll Man, the guy who played the newer Freddy Krueger, and he was also what was his
really?
name? Rorschach. In
I know who you're talking about, but I don't think
he's in Doll Man. He plays one of the bad guys. He's one of the lead bad guys in that. He's really good.
Is he like the guy that like he's just a floating head kind of?
He's the one that no, he's the taking orders from the head.
Okay.
He was the leader though on Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll talk about it another time. All right, Andrew.
Yeah, episode 222.
Ooh,
Putting it to bed.
222. I remember that show.
Room 222.
Yeah, do you remember that one, Monty?
Yeah, I do. I used to watch that. Girls were getting pregnant and shit on that show. Getting into drugs.
We've lost the rest of them.
They smoked marijuana. Couldn't figure out why they're getting a C.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.